welcome back for another video. So we are getting ready to kick off SIG Summer. It is currently day number 0 here, and we're in Tech Line. This will be a little different format than our normal race ones for this first video. The rest will be coverage all week like standard, but after we get through Tech and I show you guys that process, I'm going to tell you what the heck I've been doing, because I haven't been on here. Alright, anyways, Tech time, and I got this cool little camera. Look at this little guy. It's a retro snap. It's basically, I think when they say retro snap, all that means is it's gonna take bad pictures. But we're gonna try it. Okay, let's go. So, we already got our safety equipment teched right here. So when you come to any drag and drive event, there's a couple stages of tech. One of these is this driver information sheet that you fill out, and you say what class you're going to be in. You say basically just the basics of your car. You pulling a trailer. Then we have our first tech come through, and they check to make sure, because it is a street car, you got to make sure you have your registration with the matching VIN, horn, which we have, headlights, tail lights, turn signals, brake lights, rear view mirror. And then we have a second tech, which this one is John Sears this time. He comes through and makes sure that we have all of our equipment, that our belts are in date, our window nuts in date, that we have the right suit, and then they go through and check your chassis tag, which ours is right there in the other side of that bar, and make sure that that's good. One interesting fact that I did just learn from John Sears: my belts are in date, we're not out of any problem, but something to note and to check with your class and your tech is NHRA is going to be enforcing 7-point belts in some classes as early as July, and then in other classes as early as, or like it could be January of next year. So even if your belts are in date and you're in certain classes, check and make sure. So he told me I probably want to go ahead and step up to a 7-point belt, which would be safer anyway. But just fun fact, maybe check on that. Derek, this one's for you. You're not at a Sick the Mag event unless you hear Derek's voice omnipresent everywhere that you turn. He'll get a kick out of that. Or else he might call me out and tell me I was being mean. So this is where we'll be pitted tomorrow, probably. Should be. But then we got Peak over there. So later we'll stop by. We're going to have Alex Taylor Racing merch, as well as Mika Taylor and Dennis Taylor merch set up at the Peak booth. But our main goal right now is to get through Tech. And it's a long one. Hey, Ricky!
Yeah. Ricky,
this is a big deal, okay?
I got something for you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, dude, I got new ones.
He said.
I know you got new ones, but these are
Those are actually better.
I know they're worn. Look
they
at
look
them.
like
They are
you.
Fucking.
It's like, I want you to have them.
Dad was getting them ready. He said these need to go to Ricky.
I thought you told me you'd give them to me, but then I knew you liked them so much, and I was never gonna.
Debbie said, "Do you want me to go
anything
wash
about
them?"
it.
I said, "He wants some grungy." He likes.
They smell bad, but
They smell like
Yeah.
trees.
I'm gonna send you a photo of me out in New York wearing these as fashion, because this is not just a practical. Look at this. Though. I bet I don't look as good as Dennis does in it.
you look very stylish.
But look at this.
Dang,
so
dude!
That's so sick.
So fun.
Couldn't go to a better guy, man.
We're waiting to make our first pass, but if you are at SIG Summer, make sure to stop by Vendor Row. You've got Summit over there. You've got the Peak booth over here. They will be here every day but Thursday. So some fun facts is they do have ATR merchandise for sale. I'll go show you just a second. Great companies. Like I said, we got Summit here with all kinds of stuff. Then we got Peak here. This is the Peak Wagon. That is the very last car that Lucky and I worked on Hot Rod Garage. It was a whole overhaul here. So it's got a Roadster Shop chassis. It's got a Blueprint small block Chevy in it with a Holly Sniper 2 on it. It's a really nice car now. So if you guys want to stop by and check that out, like I said, they'll be here every day but Thursday. And then we are here in the booth. We've got Amelia and Anastasia here. You probably won't see Amelia every day, but you will see Anastasia most days. Yes. So she is our salesperson. Okay. Plus, she's also into photography. You guys might have seen her stuff on Instagram, but you got to do the plug.
It's at AJ Bonder Photography.
Okay, so if you want to see some, she's an upcoming photographer, but she's got all kinds of stuff from NHRA, Chicago. She's gonna have probably stuff from Six Summer if she can break away for a few minutes. Then we have Amelia. This is my good luck charm from last year. She is here this year again with Dad standing over there. Okay, so she's...
Me and Alex Taylor are signing these.
Yes, we are. So right now, anytime somebody walks up,
I'm asking.
I know. She's ready to go. She's got the pen ready. And then we have all kinds of merchandise available. So this will be here, like I said, every day but Thursday. So we got the original, the neon, the Mika. She's also here if I could get it to focus. We've got Dad's shirt. There's a new joint collaborative ATR Peak shirt that is also here. And we have one more for sale, which is this one. So stop by, check it out. And anyways, we're just waiting to make our first pass. We'll get it done sooner than later, but we're just kind of hanging out waiting right now. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Happy birthday. Dad should unbox it.
Look at this.
Ooh.
Man, look at that.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Look at that throttle bracket.
Look at this guy. Oh, my goodness.
This was whipped out in like 5 minutes too. Yeah. This is what's, if you buy a CNC, you can just scan this and put it in, and it just is so nice.
Look at this guy.
Look at that, isn't that crazy?
He looks good.
Look at the first panel mounting.
Okay, so tell everybody what we're looking at here.
So the original one, when I opened the manifold up, I made this flange out of aluminum and welded it and cut the manifold out and made it bigger. It's obviously bigger than a carburetor.
Keep in mind this is for the 55.
Right.
Yeah.
So I made one of these. Nick was he made plastic ones and we were gonna cast them out of aluminum.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I made one, we didn't have time, so I made it out of sheet metal. We should open the hood and show them.
Yeah.
But, so they come along, Jim comes along, wants to do a billet one. Who wouldn't want that? So we sent him the fabricated one and he reverse engineered it, right? And this technically should bolt on right where the fabricated one bolts on, but looks so much cooler.
Isn't
that awesome?
I like this.
It's really nice looking. It doesn't just look like
I like the way
it could almost look like cast.
it looks cast.
It does.
In a
Like
good way.
really
Like
nice
in a good
cast.
way. Yeah. Like what's that called? What's the nice
61 billet.
Well, that too.
You think
But the nice
investment
investment
cast,
casting.
Oh,
yeah.
Because he smoothed
Look
it
at
up a little
this.
bit and what have you. That
Oh,
bracket's
that's
so cool.
fancy.
And this hole's in exactly the same place as the one that we fabricated.
place.
I mean, within reason. I'm not
You
measuring
can
it.
unmount that if you had to modify something to it.
So he's got the holes here. Let's open the hood and actually show this compared to the original one. It's so cool that he's reverse engineered. Because my holes, these probably weren't the same side to side. Because I just stamped this stuff out. I knew it wouldn't matter to me.
Right.
This is cool. I like it. I like it. Okay, now
nice?
we talked about we need to come up with a business idea.
Yes.
Now we really need to come up with a business idea. You can be there, Keith.
You want to see this?
I've already looked at it and like it's beautiful.
I like this.
Stunning piece.
It's going to look so good on there. I wasn't sure at first when you had to make it out of two-piece that I was going to like the mohawk down the top, but I really do.
I like the mohawk.
do.
I think it looks cool. It looks like it's ready for battle.
It does, doesn't it? It does. It looks like that. Look, you have to turn it this way, but it's got that bolt. If we made piston heads, skulls, something or other, we'd make it look like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Everybody gets a hat.
Everybody what?
Everybody gets a hat.
Yeah.
You get a hat. You get a hat. Yeah, you should open up the hood.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's really
that's
cool.
cool.
What's the purpose of this?
That's an oops.
Oh, okay.
That is-
I'm not noticing that. I'm not making.
I won't even put that in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to make sure I don't have a leak. You're at.
It's sprung a leak. It's spraying up, and it just
Alright.
covered everything.
Right.
Look at that.
Do
You don't
the.
mind if I polish that, do you?
I don't know.
Okay.
I kind of was thinking you would do that anyway.
I would like to.
All right. Show your work beside the other. Put it up there. You gotta show it off.
Yeah, embarrass mine. Mine's got some kind of
Dang.
emotional problems now.
Look at this. Okay, very nice.
That's gonna look good. Holy cow, that looks nice. You wouldn't want to do a set of valve covers to match that, would you?
He's like, no.
I've done valve covers.
Could you imagine?
You saw the valve covers.
Ow, hot.
Some billet valve covers that bolted together down the middle or something?
Oh, we got Mohawk. That may be our line. No one take our line. We're coming out with a line. JTT. TJT.
The valve covers are good.
Look at this.
No, that's what I was coming for. Lou said he was curious.
Oh, we got the whole gang. We got the whole gang to look at the cool piece. I like this guy.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
I want to bolt it on, but I don't know if I want to do it this week.
No, save it.
Take it off, Dennis.
It'll probably get on, be put on. It just looks so much better. Can
I
you
think they
polish
both
it?
look great. I don't want to polish it. I like them both. But this one's really nice.
I like the Mohawk. I'm really happy with that.
This is cool. Do you want to hold it again?
Yeah, let's turn it this way because I like the bolts. So make
Oh,
sure you take
yeah.
a picture of that.
Mohawky.
Mohawk man. I wonder if this is going to clear. We need to measure to make sure that this bump clears the hood right there.
I think that's the same as where your other one is for height there.
Because you've got this
Pretty close.
cut down.
All right, so basically what you were just looking at is Dad sent his intake that him and Nick designed, but then Dad refined and then built out of sheet metal, and that intake is making so much difference. Like, I was really fighting cylinder to cylinder and balance before, and when he changed the shape and changed some stuff, that just was a world of difference. So I am a huge fan of that intake. So Dad did do that. He did a video on that if you want to watch it. He did do a video. But anyways, so he sent it to Jim England, and he reverse engineered it and then made it out of billet. So that's really cool. But anyways, so he brought that this week. But back to the program here. That last pass was not it. So I put the same tune that we had in Chicago because Chicago is an NHRA track, so it's an NHRA prep, and basically that kind of means that it's often a lot more rubber, less glue. I should have walked to the track and checked it out before I made a pass, but they went from not calling us to like get in the lanes, and then there wasn't a lot of slick cars, so like I was out of breath. I was like, don't overheat, do not overheat sitting in this car. So we just rolled up, got in the lanes and went to make a pass, and it just smoked the tires. I had like a 170 something 60 foot, a 172.6. It didn't even try to get out of the hole. So one thing that we have changed is we tighten the converter up a little bit. So we have a Pro Torque bolt together converter. When we were in Chicago, we weren't seeing any shift drop. We're just we're making more power. We can tell based on fuel flow and all that. And we think, confident that some of that power is coming from, all of the gain that we have is coming from switching over to a Peterson dry sump system, which if you want to learn more about that, go to Dad's video as well. He did that, and I did a whole data talk on that. But anyways, so we made more power, which just made it where we're kind of like blowing through the converter, for lack of better terms, for the first half of the track. And I called Joe from Pro Torque and talked with him, and he said that just because there's not an RPM drop doesn't mean that's a reason to tighten the stator up. But we went with just a little bit tighter. He told me all kinds of different things I could try. But we went, just micro tighter, just a little tighter. But technically a tighter converter does close up the tuning window, so to say, like, because you have less slip, so it's more power to the tire at the head. So I don't think that that was enough change to make it do what it just did. But I got to do some studying on data, so and make a call. But it just was not happy at all. So we were gonna try to just do one pass today and then head back out later for dinner for Father's Day, but we will not be doing that at the moment. It's gonna take at least 2. So. All right, I'm gonna look at data, and that's the plan. So let me tell you what's going on. So we were hanging around making a bunch of changes really quick because we were trying to get a second pass. So they did by group, AB slick, AB radial, C class, D class, and they were supposed to be an all run. So they ran the test session just like they do the race, but they're closing down before the all run. So we're not getting a second pass. So we're going to go into day 2 with kind of an unknown. So let's recap. The reason that we changed the stator and the converter is because we were not seeing an RPM drop down track. So we're trying to tighten it up. Pro Tour Joe warned me that the tighter stator is going to close our tuning window. Basically just meaning it's going to make it where the converter is not doing what a converter does, and softening everything, absorbing the power. So, when it's looser, think of like when a car has a really loose converter, you really have to give it a lot of throttle. It sounds like it's straining. You give it a lot of throttle. It takes a lot of throttle to get it to go. That's because it's slipping through. The power from the engine is slipping through. So when we tighten it up, that makes it where it's more locked together. So that means that the tighter the converter, the more the power is directly going to the tires. So on our situation, we want to tighten it up for other purposes later down the road, down the track, and as we go faster. But we want to keep that same looseness on the front so that way we can get out of the hole. So when you tighten it up, you lose the tuning window because now it's more aggressive, I guess I should say. I'm trying to explain this where it makes sense. It's more aggressive. So that power, it's like kind of almost like, for lack of better terms, but for comparison, it's like turning up the RPM, turning up the boost. You're making more power. So more power, even though it's the same boost, same RPM, all that, same power, it's more power going to the tire when it's a tighter converter. So we're wanting to get a looser converter off the line because we want to keep our 60-foot stuff, but we want a tighter converter down track. So what we ended up doing, I was on the phone with Nick, I was looking at data, going through everything, I was checking my rear shocks, my ride height, everything. All of that was actually working like it should. It's all doing exactly like it should, but the engine RPM was about 400 RPM higher as soon as we started to move. So it's higher RPM, 450-ish, and because of that, our drive shaft speed also just went boop. Are you listening to me? Is it making sense? Okay, so drive shaft speed just went up substantially. So that made us just smoke the tire right off the line. So what we're gonna do, the plan is I wanted to we have 2 dump valves on the transmission. Both are external. But we have both of them active, so while we're spooling the car, we have both turned on, and they turn off at 7 pounds of boost. So they turn on to help us spool the car, then they turn off. What we're doing is we want to have both of those dump valves So now what we want to do is have both of those dump valves active as soon as I let go of the button. So I want it to be dump valves active, dump valves off, and then as soon as I let go of the button, dump valves active. So by activating the dump valve again, we're now dumping fluid out of the converter, and it essentially works like a looser converter, right?
It will, yeah.
So-
Whether it's enough.
Yeah, so the question is it enough? Based on my data, it should drop about 30 pounds of charge pressure, which we were trying to just activate one just a second ago spooling, and by only having one active instead of 2, it actually increased the spool time by right over a second. So I'm just trying to say, it makes a difference. So long story short, the plan here is we have the tighter stator for down track, but we're going to try to activate both dump valves upon release of the trans brake to try to make the first half or the first second of it act like a looser converter. So we're trying to get the best of both worlds. Correct?
We'll see tomorrow.
Okay, so that's the theory. That's the theory. Where it got a little tricky is because in Holly, and I'm sure it's for a reason. I can actually see the reason, but you can stack inputs, outputs. So when you go, let me just show you on the laptop. This is what I'm trying to show you. So on inputs, outputs, let me go to my pin map here on Holly. So pin map, see how you can stack a bunch of stuff? So like on this, my rev limiter 1, which is my, like when I'm on the button, and my staging input, so that's the dump valve, and my trans brake, they're all stacked together, no problem. You do have to make sure if it's a hot stacks with the hot, obviously, but on outputs, you can't stack it. So I wanted basically my spool assist 1, which is the dump valve that's active while I'm on the button spooling. I wanted those to activate, those same dump valves to activate. Now, what I wanted to do when I stack them, put spool assist on B12 and dump output on B12, what I wanted that to do was basically activate the same dump valves just with different criteria. But I can't physically stack it here. So see, I want to drag this right here and I want to stack it, but it won't let me. It's got that red arrow or circle. So what I had to do was I had to, rather than digitally stack it, I had to physically stack it. So on this red block right here, there's basically a bunch of wires. We ended up just tying the wires together. So that's the plan. All of that works. It's just now going to be a theory of, it's a question of, does the theory actually make it go down the track? So for tomorrow's pass, we're going to activate the dump valve for 1 second out of the hole. And then after that, we're going, or in addition to that, I should say, we're also going to leave with about 1 pound less boost and 100 RPM less. So it could be soft. The unfortunate part about this is I am playing guessing games going into day 1, but let's go. We're gonna go get parts for the night. Lucky Pasta, I see you. Well, isn't it the
Nolan has a blue minivan.
Isn't it the Late Wagon?
Late? We beat you.
You were supposed to be at the track
That's not
today.
how that works.
Yeah, it is. Where's Nolski?
On the back seat, actually. Come here. No. We'll save it for out. Don't look. We'll save it for out. It's great.
What?
What's in the back seat? Don't make it high so I can walk.
What is that? Oh.
I said leave it to the Late Wagon
For what?
to be late. I had all day to get here.
Yeah, but it worked out for us. We couldn't get here any faster.
Not here. They were supposed to be at the track
Oh, well,
today.
they should have been, because what's their excuse for that?
I think they diddled around.
Well, we're going to diddle them.
Let's go, diddle dorks.
Okay, we see you, man, Bubba.
We got to go.
Okay.
She just
So
ran
what
into
are
the
you doing
van.
the think you're doing? Why are you not here?
Because I just, wrapped up my other job. Now I'm at this job.
What have you guys been doing?
Nothing, driving. We were gonna stop at the Speedway, like the Indy 500 museum or whatever. We sat in traffic for 2 hours, 14 minutes away from it.
Whatever. Okay, anyways, we're at Blackhawk Steak Pit for Dad's Father's Day dinner. Let's go. We had Din, but my phone is dead.
Okay.
So Meg's recording. Meg's here. She can record now.
Yeah, it was good.
I went from recording to not recording.
No,
This is Nolan. I haven't seen Nolan in like 17 years.
It's been 7 months. That's the longest.
Has it been that long?
since PRI. You guys haven't seen him since PRI. I only saw him in
Cal.
Cal.
5 years, probably.
He decided he didn't like us.
I didn't
No.
even
I
talk
had
to him for
3
7
surgeries.
months.
So for those that don't know, this is Iski Nolan. You haven't seen him in
Hey, he hasn't even been on the Iski channel.
I know. Meg's
This
been
is
covering-
Ed's youngest son.
No.
They look just alike.
We act alike.
well, you guys do.
That's what it is.
So anyways, we got Nolski here and
a car coming
Meg
here.
and a car coming, but apparently there's something in
Nolan has a funny surprise for you in the van.
Oh, wait.
You should just open this side.
Okay.
For me?
Well, this one's just Nolan's surprise, and then we'll give you your stuff. But here's Nolan's sick minivan. Okay, wait. Before you do it,
Of course Nolan.
I pulled into the parking lot separate from Nolan and I told Sunshine, I said, I don't know why that blue minivan just screams Nolan to me. I didn't know what he was driving.
What's funny is I actually looked over as we pulled in. They said, they're not here yet. I said, yeah, I bet they're in the van. And then out
I
pops
told
your
you.
shoe.
I like getting the van because you could stuff it with a bunch of stuff on road trips.
You're just a van. You look like a van.
Well, and the cops don't pull over vans because I've been.
You have blue on to match your van.
Okay, now you can open the door.
Okay, this is the reason why we need a van because we pick up stuff at roadside
Carrying this.
oddities.
Oh my god!
So I got a little bag of popcorn for us.
He's got his own seat belt. I can't wait.
Guess how much that thing was?
That's
$35.
No, 15.
And now, guess where we got it from.
Oh,
Where'd you got it from?
at Uranus.
Really?
Come
Look,
Yeah.
look on the thing. We really stopped.
Wow.
We got it
I
from
recycle
Uranus.
corn, but now I can recycle popcorn.
All right, here. Hold this. I'll get through there.
Okay, so we have to. Meg's got her Father's Day gift over here.
What are we going to name
I
it?
don't have your Father's Day gift. It'll be at the house.
Poppy.
Poppy, yeah.
Yeah, Poppy.
Look at Poppy
That's
all
Poppy.
strapped in there.
Okay.
Okay, here you go.
So this, I gotta remember how it's worded. So
I smell it.
Uranus is so sweet.
it says your anus is so sweet. Happy
These are for
Father's
you,
Day.
just 'cause they
If
don't
you look
know
on the
anything.
back,
They're from Uranus.
then we got you your candy cigarettes.
Yeah. And then we
Come
got
on,
you.
don't you do it like
happy
this?
From Uranus.
Yes, that's how you do it.
It says that. Did show them.
Yeah, it says. Can you read it?
Yeah, Uranus is so sweet. That's so good.
It's perfect. Look,
Cracked up here.
there's your candy cigarettes.
This is not far from Indy.
And
so
I got taffy.
You got
Oh, that was
Banana.
good.
Thank you, banana.
Yeah.
I put a few of the blue ones in. Thank you.
This is Fudge Factory, right? I mean, this is fudge.
Uranus fudge packet.
This Nolan saw a video, or he didn't have a video. We passed a billboard that said Uranus Fudge Factory, 79 miles.
I
He
bet
said,
he cracked it.
"We're going."
I was like, there's going to be a sign every 10 miles for the next 79 miles. And
You're
then,
gonna laugh at all of them.
yeah, and then believe me, when we saw Uranus, we stopped right away.
I never worry about my videos getting demonetized until Nolan's around.
What did I say? It's a great place.
It's all up and down the Highway 44. I mean, they're really into Uranus there.
Well, the thing is, they keep Uranus super clean.
Yeah, they have a sign that says they asked.
I've never
sign.
been in Uranus.
It's really good.
I'll show you the
I'll
videos
take
from
your word
Uranus.
for that.
Yes, it's a cool place.
Well,
Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
I
Anyways,
can't wait to
I told
eat
Meg
some.
they had a lot of sweets in Uranus.
what was the one Uranus flight? What was it?
Which one?
I'll have to go look at the video. One second. Okay, anyways, guys. Popcorn, Uranus. Alright. We're parked at the hotel. And that's a wrap for today. And I'm glad because my legs are tired. I'm tired. But there's a lot of people at the track today. And that's why Byron is really good.
Byron's
There's
a lot of fun.
of people.
The people here are so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the specta and the racers, it's just, we've had so much interaction today.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so thank you guys for coming out, and hopefully we see you, later in the week at some of the tracks. Real quick, I told you guys in a video at the beginning of this that I told them was going to tell them what I've been doing for the last couple months. So, because I haven't been posting the vids. You've been posting the vids.
Yeah, so are you getting ready to tell them or what?
Oh, I was just going to tell them. I've been working on my shop, but I need you to vouch for me.
She's lying. She's just been laying around eating bonbons on the couch.
I've been working on my shop.
She has.
And doing a research project for foreign travel.
It's really hard to travel to Europe
Very hard.
when you take a car with you.
Yeah. So you guys have seen that we were going to go to Sweden. And as of today, I still don't even have an answer for that.
And time's running out. I
And
have an
it's-
answer. We're not going.
That's where I'm leaning. It's really, really we got a whole video.
So this thing's gone. Why don't you save the money? It's stupid. This is gone.
For me to get, it went from low dollar to close to $40,000. You heard me right, $40,000 to ship the
It's
car.
more. Yeah, that's just the shipping. So when you add hotel rooms, food, and airfare, and all that for multiple people, you're talking $60,000.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Just stupid.
This can be done next year. But anyways, I will do a whole video on that, but that took a lot of time. My shop's taken a lot of time. I looked at my camera roll. I've been at a lot of random places. I don't even know. We went racing. We went to Chicago. We went to Shady Side. Nick was racing. Meg was there. Anyways, long story short, we're going to be racing this week, and then we got lots of
Your long
videos.
stories are long.
Yeah, I know.
You said make a long story short.
Long story short.
It's long.
Oh, I know. I was going to say short. No. Long story long.
Short story long.
Long story long.
All right.
I never intended for it to be
They're
short.
saying it's not a short story. It's a long story.
I say long story long quite often because I never really have intentions of making it short. I just act like it.
Wrap
And
this up because I think I have to edit, and I haven't.
do you remember when you called me yesterday and you said,
Film?
you said, hey, make sure you film and I'll edit tomorrow night? You remember
Yeah,
that?
but then I looked at my computer all day because I have been editing.
And you know what? I was really proud of myself because I actually filmed today.
I mean, that's fine as long as you film well. I just would like to go edit it now.
Okay, I want to talk to Nolan.
Nolan's inside.
He's right here.
He came back. Let's wrap this up.
Yes.
Oh, hey, and there's music. Walk this way.
Oh.
Come on, Noel Sky. That's a copyright.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Would you please tell these lovely beings where you've been? You don't have to give them all the deeds.
Oh yeah, I had a couple surgeries, so I figured I'd get them all done in 6 months, and then get out on the road. So Meg's been holding down the fort for Iski,
Yeah.
but I'm back. So
He's back for 2 days.
yeah, we just did a race and drove up here. Me and Meg did our annual road trip,
Yeah.
9 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're here.
Okay, so Nolski's here. There'll be more fun tomorrow, but we made a handshake deal at dinner.
Yes, we did. Are you
And-
announcing that yet?
I'm not gonna announce it, but he is like, this is kind of my announcement that we're most likely not going to Sweden this year. We'll get into the whole video,
Unfortunately, not. Yeah, not this year.
but the handshake deal we did
Yes.
sets us up for 2026.
It's going to be a big build-up. It's going to be so awesome. It'll be 26 will be awesome. So look out for that announcement. Maybe at PRI. I think.
Yeah. See
So,
how I fit
we
you
got-
on camera?
We got big things planned.
And no, he's not paying for the shipping. I just told him how much.
Oh
the
no!
shipping-
Holy crap!
All the other SG people will be
I mean,
recording that saying, what the heck? God, Ryan,
Brian, we need a little peak money. I'm
Hey,
just saying.
if you would like to sponsor a
Yes.
trip to Sweden.
We need to borrow a plane.
For everybody that,
Yes.
because it's funny the way I said it, I was like, this trip's expensive, and then I'm like, yeah, dinner, we made a handshake deal. We're about to
goes to Sweden.
We're about to have all of the street outlaw.
Oh, we're all going to Sweden.
We're all-
No, I was gonna say they're all gonna be pissed.
If we could rent a plane and throw us all in there, we'll go.
Guys, like little sensors are going off already. He's like, money?
Yeah. So guys, it wasn't the money. It's just Nolan's
Yes.
sometimes fun to travel with
Yes, I am. A lot of fun.
because he likes to do random stuff like buy giant bags of popcorn.
Yes, which you'll see. Or
He
you met
keeps
us
us
already.
well snacked.
And we just visited a place that you'll see.
It was before this.
Oh, so it'll show before this?
Yeah, this is the end.
Oh.
It's dark. You're going to bed.
Oh, well, I have Uranus on my mind. It's a cool city. I'm just saying. But that's where the big popcorn bag was from. Uranus.
Yeah, Nick would really like that popcorn bag.
Oh, I
that he
bet.
picked
It's
up.
salty, so you'd love it.
All right, Mom's ready for us to leave.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to Walmart.
Oh.
Oh.
Driver's meeting is 8 in the morning.
Ew.
That's early. I gotta go edit this video.
Okay, next time we gotta go. All right, as always, be happy, go fast, stay pretty. We will see you guys
Tomorrow.
tomorrow.